Hello, it's me again. This time it's dark. I am acting like a time plant. And what I mean by a time plant is I just adjust to the best times for no interruptions and things like that. So, today, right now, I'm speaking on the new moon in Pisces energy. And before I get into the messages, the nitty and the gritty, just a few things about this moon. It's in Pisces, the water sign, the last water sign, the last sign in the zodiac. It is the age, the zeitgeist that we've been navigating for the past long time. The moon is happening at 9 degrees. 9 degrees is associated with Sagittarius in the degree theory. Sagittarius and Pisces used to both be ruled by Jupiter before the discovery of Neptune. And the moon happened on Thursday, the day ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is just making themselves known. And Jupiter, I like to associate it with spontaneous alignment, also known as luck. The vibe of stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So if you're into astrology and you know how to check your chart, maybe peep where your Jupiter is and see what that situation has going on. And it potentially could help you create more moments of spontaneous alignment. Because Pisces water is associated with the inner world, the inner waters, and the responsibilities and the abilities that come with that. Responsibility meaning we have to keep it pure. Word to my heart. And as far as abilities, that's where the senses meld together to give you the clearest pictures as possible beyond what the naked eyes could see. Pisces, it's a nice energy. Cleansing when you let it be, suffocating also if you let it be, because we can get into a little bit of the dark side. Like, water also cleanses you, but it also can drown you, so suffocate you. Jupiter is also associated with excess. And just overdoing things in general. Going too far, saying too much, eating too much, spending too much. That mutable energy. Mutable primal energy, because Sagittarius is fire, and Pisces is water. Spontaneous luck. I'm sure a lot of us could use it. Even those of us that have been doing this for a while, I'm sure we're still getting shocked. And what could be good or bad? Shocked nonetheless. So let's get to the nitty and the gritty. Let's check in just with the overall theme. I have my usual 2 oracle decks, a tarot deck, and my own I'm thinking of a good adjective, but my own collection deck. So, what is this theme? What is the theme of this new moon in Pisces 2025 energy? We have Valerian. Valerian. It is associated with Neptune. And maybe the moon. Just Neptune. Very Pisces. Oh, how neat. And the key word on here is acceptance. So this card, I mean, I don't know if you all can see it, if it's worth trying to make it visible. Yeah, it's a window open on what appears to be a stormy night. And the keyword is acceptance. Now from the Elemental Impact deck, Neptune. More astrology check-in updates. All the planets are direct. Neptune is in Pisces, right? In the later degrees. So the 3rd decan. The theme. Acceptance. What does everybody need to accept? Wherever they are. Wherever you are is wherever you're meant to be. And then we have desire, which is associated with the element of fire. It is number 2. Keywords on here: heart's true desire, gratitude, address inner blocks. The wings on this has given me a sense of accept your calling, accept more of you. So collectively, we're accepting deeper presence. We are accepting that the state of our own personal worlds and the collective world we choose to share with others. We're accepting that that's the only way to genuinely be authentic. And this path that the lady on this card looks like it was an uphill motioning. Forward is up. That's beautiful. I was just reading up on the Temperance Tarot card. And I can read what it says. It says, temperance is the exercise of emotional balance horizontally on the earth plane to generate movement vertically from below to above. Forward is also up. Release feeling like you have to know everything. Accept that you don't know everything or anything, really. You're only ever just observing the present moment. And what more can we know from Valerian? Seven of Swords. Sevens for me is alchemy, so mental alchemy. And it seems like the blocks that need to be released are mentality based. Accept the ability and responsibility of your mentality. And do your magic. Accept that we do live in a deceitful world, and do with that what you will. What more do we need to know from desire? Six of Pentacles. So, a harmonization. To me, it is accepting the call, accepting the invitation to create more and more and more from the heart, and stop consuming so much just for the sake of consuming. Because again, speaking on the dark side of all these things, greed and gluttony are spirits that latch on to people who are not doing their own magic and who are consuming just for the sake of consumption. So how is all this going to affect us? Let's get into it. Of course, you're going to get out of it what you give. And it is... I know I'm annoyed with people that are deceitful, but sometimes it's necessary. Especially when safety, security, and things like that are involved. How's this going to affect us? This new moon energy. Ooh. We got Rose. Love. This is associated with Venus and the moon. So, sounds like a lot of us are going to accept the fact that we want to share our love on a bigger scale. And since it's a new moon, we are rewriting how we're going to be in love with life and with others, and most importantly with self. And what more can we know about that? I could read from the guidebook, because the guidebook, I appreciate the guidebook from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. So we have Four of Cups, so setting new intentions. To know what helps us feel stable to continuously create from the heart and share our love. Because boredom in and of itself, which the Four of Cups, did I say Four of Cups? When I first pulled it out, I might have said Four of Swords. But Four of Cups is associated with the boredom. And sometimes it's necessary to be bored so you can just get creative again, because it's just like, after a while you're like, so what's missing? What do I really even want to do? And if it's wanting to share more of the heart, you know, you kind of have to sit back and just be bored. Just simplify your life. And how is this new moon in Pisces energy working in our favor, to our advantage? And we have Bomansana. I hope I pronounced that somewhere near correctly. This card's really pretty. You see the time, keeping device, the whale, the DNA strand, the elder over here in the corner, the Merkaba, the light body. This is associated with the moon and Neptune. So, in the current culture, it is a very bold thing to just sit still and be bored and not have an opinion on everything and really just be grounded in the day-to-day present moments. And surprisingly, it attracts a lot of energy, vibrations. Because to trust you, there's a sense of stability and calm and security. And to have that vibe while everything feels up in the air for so many of us collectively, being able to find your calm is going to make sharing from the heart just so much smoother in the now moments and in the future, which naturally just heals the past. And what more do we need to know? This card is an 8. The Magician. We have, when we maintain the heart space, we will always have everything we need to create, to use our creative power. To pour our love. Alright, and naturally, there's always an equal and opposite reaction to reaction. So, what is working against? How was this new moon in Pisces energy working against us, or to our disadvantage as a collective? Because we have to keep it real. Ancient memory. Rosemary. Mary and Joseph. Rosemary is associated with Mercury. Mercury is communication. So it's important to communicate from a mature place and from a place of having lived and having learned, especially when it comes to the inner world and your inner resources, because things like time and patience and flexibility flow. Because otherwise it could be the things you think and speak can become your reality, because our magic, our own personal magic, is working towards our advantage. So we're all remembering that our thoughts and our words create our reality. So overall, what is the best course of action? What is our best path and best way of navigating this new moon in Pisces energy with its Jupiter flare? Yarrow. It's associated with Venus. This card has a hand in it also. Do you see the scale? I was just speaking of my aunt. And this bird's neck is interesting, and then these bundles of sticks. I'm sure that's the yarrow. And then we have what looks like smoke or clouds over here. This is number 15. And the keyword is harmony. So again, Venus. Venus is going to start going into retrograde very soon. Maybe tomorrow. Don't quote me on that. Tomorrow being March 1st, 2025. Venus. Retrograde. The lessons in love. Yarrow. What more do we need to know from Yarrow? I'm probably going to read from the guidebook. We have 7 of Pentacles. Another 7. So, 7, 7. So the best course of action for us in this new moon in Pisces energy is to use our earthly magic. And accept it. Accept that you have the ability and you have the right to exercise your abilities. Like I was saying with the 4 of Cups and, just being bored. Letting ourselves be bored. Accepting that we're bored. So we can really just take stock of the moment. And then reap what has been sown and allow that to transform and continue to give back. Because after the 7 of Pentacles is the 8 of Pentacles. And just a few more messages. got make something. Again, creating from the heart. So what are you going to create for yourself? It's giving more ways to love the self and love the others that are in support of the most authentic expression of self. And then we got 333. Threes are associated with expression, creativity, communication. The Trinity. And what else? Yep, love. It says divine love relationship. Throat chakra. Sing your song. That's how you're gonna find your boo. That's how you're gonna find your people. That's how you're gonna find your match. Sing your song. The movie Happy Feet is coming to mind. Mumble. He sang his song through his body. You know, accept your song for what it is and sing it loudly. And while I'm just sitting here thinking, not thinking, but allowing whatever else wants to come through, I'm feeling like I'm going to make a playlist. That's what I'm going to make, a playlist. And I'll probably share it here on YouTube for all of us. Because that's my love language. This reading turned out a lot sweeter than a lot of the previous. Moon chickens. This Venus retrograde. Allow it to soften and not harden. Don't get burnt to a crisp. Because then when we get back to the water of Venus and Pisces, you're going to be ash and not polished. And on that note, we'll chat later. See you the next time.